From a leadership perspective, that is preferable. I give, you and any other team member, like, here's the end state. So like here
Mhm.
is what we're trying to accomplish. Um, and then it's up to you to figure out the how of like how that's going to get accomplished. That was a really big thing in the Marine Corps. It's like you never tell someone how to do something. You just say, here's the end state that we need and the ownership. That, like, it's a transfer of ownership. It's like, okay, cool. I can figure out how to do this, the way I want to do it. And then that kind of sparks a lot of innovation and creativity. And it's also a morale boost, because people really feel like they have ownership over the thing that they're doing because it's up to them to figure out. Obviously, I'm here to provide guidance and to advise, but yeah, I shouldn't be telling you like, okay, here's what I need you to do. Here's the 20 steps. That would, that's a waste of both of our time.
So is it on you then to come to the person if there's a lack of efficiency in something and say, hey, how can we do this better? Or whose job
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah. With us being so
Small.
small, yeah, that's my job. And with the bookkeepers, that's more so your job. If you're
Mm,
seeing things in your QC work and whatever other work,
okay.
they can do things better, then yeah, that's on you to kind of give them that guidance and mentorship.
Okay.
But yeah, for you, like if we're talking direct reports, like you report to me, right? And then
Right.
preferably how it works is like all our bookkeepers and whoever else we hire reports to you.
Right.
Um, so like that's on me to like guide and mentor you with things that you can do better or things that you need help with or whatever the case. But yeah, it's always good to, and when someone comes to you with a problem or with something they need help with, it's it takes longer and it takes more energy and effort, but it's usually better practice to ask, you know, like, what solutions have you come up with for this problem? Like, how are you going about solving this issue that you have? And let's talk through those, because that kind of keeps the ownership on them and it keeps
Mm,
them in more of like a thinker mindset rather than like a note taker mindset.
sure. But
Um,
there's still a fun line there, right? Because at a certain point, you need to show them how to do things. I mean, you
oh yeah.
created a course to show how to, do everything. So at what point do you say, okay, you know everything, now it's your turn, you know?
Yeah, it's really just, yeah, like, yeah, that is also bad leadership where it's like we hire someone and we don't give them like what they're responsible for, like their
Mm,
task and their responsibilities and some sort of like standard operating procedure to go off of and like some sort of instruction, some sort of training. Like
mm,
training and educating is extremely important within the hiring process, which we've slowly built that out over the last couple of years. There is a fine line. I mean, it's kind of like once you have put them through your whatever your training is, and they have access to the process and how things go and that sort of thing. Whenever they encounter issues, after they're up to speed, whenever they've encountered issues, it's taking them through that exercise of let's kind of like, I'm not just going to tell you what to do. Like, let's workshop this so that when you encounter a similar issue in the future, maybe you can just think through it. And then that's going to produce a lot of efficiency within the company. It just gives each team member ownership over
mm.
their job, which is like ultimately what we want. We want people to take extreme ownership over whatever it is they're responsible for. And so everything in their wheelhouse, everything that gets done and fails to get done is on them. It's also on me as the leader of the company, and it's also on
Mm.
you as the COO of the company. So we all take ownership with everything, but the more ownership that we can get each team member to take over their responsibilities, like those individual actions, the better we're going to be as a whole.
But that's also a mentality thing, right? Because
It
what if
is.
you,
It's a mindset. It's a mindset we
right,
need each team member to adopt.
right. So it's a matter of adopting it. It's not a matter of being born with it.
No,
Like
it's a learnable skill.
at the point of which someone isn't willing to adopt a mindset like that, what is done?
Then they're not a good fit for our team.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean
Awesome.
that's like on our vision, that's one of our top
Right,
like core principles is extreme ownership.
right.
And like, yeah, you're not born with that, and most people have never even heard of that. But
Sure.
once you're aware of it and once you adopt it, it's a very powerful thing. And if you have a team, if everyone on the team adopts that mentality, then I mean that's going to be an extremely strong team, and there's going to be a lot of trust there, and there's going to be a lot of efficiency and productivity as a result.